Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, a long-running series on this channel now. This is episode number 29, where we are playing as the Spanish Empire in an 1890 start. We're in the midst of a world war. We're trying to knock the Italians out of the war. In our last episode, we dealt the Americans a really bloody nose, but we're also starting to see that some of our ships, in my opinion, are beginning to become outclassed by enemy designs. And so we are going to need to start having a major overhaul of our fleet, because it does feel like things are not quite as easy as they used to be. And I think that's because technology is advancing pretty quickly. With that being said, this is going to be our attempt to knock the Italians out of the war. We'll see if that succeeds. Yeah, I mean, we've been doing this for a while now, guys, so I don't really need to give you a whole spiel about what this game is and why we're playing it and what's going on. I think, you know, what, 29 episodes in, you've probably figured that out by now. But with that being said, let's jump right back in. This is from a live stream on my Twitch channel, so let's get going. Okay, I will fight this one. Torpedo boats versus enemy battleships. Let's do it. The game is definitely not complete, Father. That's what I would say. It is highly incomplete, is how I would describe it. It is interesting and enjoyable in some unique ways, I think. Like, there's not a ton of games like it, but it is definitely not a polished anything. All right, so a lot of these are not our torpedo boats, which is fine. I don't think this is a suicide mission, to be honest. Battleships versus 6 torpedo boats. I would think we'll get at least one of the bastards. All right. All right. What are these? These are interesting. Okay, get your fish out. Ideally sooner rather than later, boys. Before you get sunk. Alright, good. There they go. First torpedo boat's fish are away. And detach from the task force. You're gonna sink. So I guess in that sense it might be a suicide mission. Did you really just fire the one? I'm kind of confused here. Or you only have the one too. Midships brought on. Nice. That was like a textbook perfect torpedo attack. Alright, so you have already fired your torpedo? Where? Oh, it's right here. You just shot it. Okay. So I guess detach you and get out of there, and maybe you can reload. All right, turn your fish off for now. What are they firing at them? 12.4-inch guns. Another midship torpedo. Nice hit there. So 2 fish into this lead enemy battleship. Our lead torpedo boat did sink. Alright, we fired another torpedo. I think. I don't actually see it. Fuck, you're flooding. All right, whatever. Just shoot your shot when you got it. Pause. Detach. Go after this guy. Oh God. I think we just torpedoed ourselves. I'm not really sure. Torpedoes are flying everywhere. He fired his fish, but he crossed in front of his path. Don't see anything about torpedoes. There was a dud that was fired. This guy's about to get a huge broadside of like 5. Pretty sure this lead battleship's going down. This second battleship might also be going down. Were those all duds or they failed to detonate? Lead enemy battleship sinking. Bouvin is going to survive. Probably. Surveillante looks like she's going to sink too. So 2 battleships for a few torpedo boats. That's a good trade, I think, right? In theory, these guys could come back once they reload, if they don't all die. Carbane is not out of fish either, so we got to reload these. Okay, we've got the 1 torpedo here on this one reloaded. All right, so our Iron Priests were sunk, but they did, I think, the bulk of the damage to these enemy battleships. I took a torpedo. I don't know why we didn't fire. So we're all gonna die, aren't we? I could have survived. I could have had some of my ships survive. I opted for destruction, I suppose. Either way, 2 battleships for 5 torpedo boats is a goddamn good trade. And we missed. Do we lose if we lose the whole fleet, though? Oh, shit. She just blew up. Well, I think that's the whole thing, right? Yeah. Either way, 2 battleships, that's got to be a huge victory, right? Defeat? Bullshit. We got 8,000 victory points. They got 1,400. That's not a defeat. They lost 2 battleships. We won that fight. Also, like, I think only one of those was a Spanish torpedo boat. We lose, but we get more victory points, which at the end of the day, as far as like classifying victories or whatnot, is all that matters. In terms of deciding peace treaties and stuff. Yeah, their secondaries were much more accurate than I'm used to seeing for this game at this era. Still, that's not a defeat. Look at the victory points. That's a victory. We lost 3 torpedo boats. The French lost 3. The Spanish lost the Italians lost a battleship, and the Portuguese lost a battleship with light damage to the other Portuguese battleship. So the enemy has 2 battleships left in their fleet. Portugal, that is. Can I do a naval invasion on Portugal? I don't know. I don't have a naval invasion option. Maybe you can't do that versus minor powers. I'm not sure. What about peace with Italy? Can we ask for that? I think we might have already done that. Or maybe we have to wait for another turn. I don't want France to take all of Italy. I really don't. So I would like the Italians to say, let's have a peace treaty. Maybe we could. The war failed. There's no way that Italy wouldn't sue for peace. There's no way. Do we really want to fight that battle? The frustrating thing is with auto-resolve. Like, okay, heavy damage, it's a draw. No, it's not a draw. Okay. Keep asking for peace. The Italians have like 17 ships in their fleet. They should be begging for peace at this point. Whoa, they got a 16,000 ton battleship, huh? They got a battleship escorting 4 transports. No effect, +5. Naval prestige, not peace, but yeah. Thanks for the follow, Elite. Or we'll fight this battle. These guys damaged at all? No. Okay. All right, let's go wipe these guys out. Italy's not going to collapse entirely. They're just going to be completely conquered. They've only got central Italy, southern Italy, and eastern Sicily left. Thanks for the follow, Granto. Naval invasions are a thing. We took Sicily with them. Or at least we took Western Sicily. Yay, we got the stupid, terrible single torpedo tube French torpedo boats. Seven kilometers on their torpedoes? That's different. Or 7/10 of a kilometer. Hit. Alright. Torpedo hit the San Pietro Apostolo. This is 16,000 tons. This is interesting. It's got the weird French hull. We also fired our other torpedo here. See if it hits. It's a dud. Yeah, go ahead and shoot at my, where are the merchant ships anyway? Torpedo boats, I'm happy for you to waste your ammo on that. Okay. Is this one of the new designs? Or is this a Draga class? I think it's a Draga. Yeah, it's a Draga. I'm just looking at the turret layout. Boom, boom. More torpedo hits. Enemy battleship is going down. Ooh, flash fire. As she's sinking due to heavy flooding. At least one turret popped off. Alright, southwest. That's probably not where they are. Alright, let's see. Where are the enemy ships? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Southwest is where the enemy battleship was, so I'm guessing that's not where they are. Give me another update, though. That would be helpful. Oh, they are to the southwest. All right, well, so much for me. What do I know? Although I guess it could be the sinking battleship in theory, but... We sank an enemy battleship, hurrah, hurrah. The last of the Italian fleet is going down, hurrah. And everybody stopped watching the stream because I was singing a tune, I don't know, southeast now, okay. All right, come on guys, let's go. You could probably just send the light cruisers out to be fast. Same war against the Italian Navy, Super Cheese. I mean, it's against the whole world. Everybody's involved, but yeah. East now, huh? Yes, I guess they did patch that. I didn't know that was not an option before, but yes, you can still keep fighting. Although I don't know if it counts the transport score, because what I have noticed is that when you do sink transports afterwards, I don't know that it gives you points for it. I'm not sure. Because when you sink them, before you sink all their warships, you get like a transport victory point score, so I guess we'll see. Do different countries get different pros and cons to set them apart? In terms of budget, yes. In terms of like natural attributes, I don't know. Not really. I mean, certain countries, I believe, have better technology scores. Certain countries, so they can research things faster. They have different economies, so they can support different levels of navies. So like there are differences, but I wouldn't say there's like a real flavor to the designs or something. I don't know that the hull variants really differ by nation as far as I've seen. Rax, my main concern is that after the 6 months they abandon the game. I would say that's my primary worry. Because I do think there is still a lot of potential here, but I also think there's a possibility that they just be like, yep, well, we spent however many years working on this. We're done. All right, that guy's going to sink for sure. They have been, and it's been in early access for like 2 years. Not on Steam, but on their website first. And then since that, they got bought out by a larger publisher that primarily focuses on mobile games and games as a service. So yeah, I think there's a good reason to be somewhat concerned, but we will see. It is a long way from finished in my mind. It's enjoyable. I mean, we've been streaming the heck out of it, and we've had huge numbers. Like, I think other than, you know, some of the early streams for Victoria 3 and CK3, I think it's been the most popular streams on my channel ever. Certainly the most consistently popular. But, you know, sometimes when you're playing a game and you're fighting against the mechanics, it's a little bit less enjoyable than when you're watching a game and you don't have to actually physically interact with a terrible UI. As enemy fire control gets better, does it make torpedoes less effective? I believe so. We've seen our torpedo boats be a little bit less effective in the last, I don't know, year. The way that the battles unfold based on my experiences, as tech gets better, ranges of engagements get pushed out and guns become more important and torpedoes become not important, but less decisive, I guess, is what I would say. Early war torpedoes can be very decisive because the enemy can't hit shit, and so you can get them real close. The primary limitation with the very beginning tech is that you typically don't have tech that allows you to have enough torpedo tubes on your ships. That's where my Iron Priest class really came in clutch, because I was able to get dual mounts, 3 dual mounts on a torpedo boat in an early design. And so I basically was just nuking the American fleet in our previous war. They couldn't hit me, and I was just bombarding them. All right, end battle. We sank everything. Victory. Including a battleship. Is there a hull requirement where you have to have torpedoes on certain hulls? I'm not saying torpedoes are becoming entirely irrelevant. I'm just saying they become less decisive. And we still did get the transport scores, so I was wrong. It did factor in those losses. Nice. So Italy, you lost your last battleship, I think. You want to have a peace treaty now? Because you're getting overrun. Just a thought. I wonder if the fact that we're at war with all these other countries is why they're not accepting a peace treaty. Okay. Lealtad versus... all right, let's fight this. Let's see what happens. Light cruiser versus armored cruiser. Fight. It's my 1v1 me, man. 1v1 me. It's my my favorite class of ship. The Isle de Tortuga class. I think it still holds up, but we'll see. This should be a new-ish Italian armored cruiser, so we'll see. Yeah, I don't really understand why they're not accepting peace, Arda, because the Americans accepted peace with way less destruction. You expect my CL to die horribly. This is a pretty decent class of CLs for early-ish war. We got a lot of turrets, a lot of guns, a lot of rapid-fire stuff. Wait, south. What? Am I sailing the wrong direction? I can't see them, but there's shells flying over my head. All right. What do they got here? Well, that's definitely a better design than their, I think. Interesting. They've got 1 kilometer range torpedoes, so they actually outrange us with their torpedoes. Oh shit. I waited too long. I didn't see it and I was moving at too fast a speed. We're probably gonna die. Also, I hate the avoid mechanic. Oh god. Yeah, we lost. We lost this fight. Our torpedo won't even hit him. That's what you get when you blaze in, guns blazing, or racing, guns blazing. Only kind of half paying attention. The Lealtad is low on ammo, according to this. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that, like, emergency turn, but I hear you. Another torpedo's gonna miss. That torpedo's probably gonna miss too. Oh, it's a dud. Same difference. The Lealtad does... How is their Lealtad's crew green? We've fought with them a bunch of times. We're getting some good broadsides in here on the Fulminate. We're actually doing quite a bit of damage to this armored cruiser. At this range, with these quality guns and with the lack of enemy armor, the 4 and 5 inch guns can punch above their weight, and with the rapid firing that they have, they can definitely do some serious hurt. We're just out at the max of their torpedo range. They probably still have an advantage here. We've got a major fire on our ship, but oh, for sure, it's plenty of ammo. We'll sink before we burn through all that, I think. The range opening up won't do me any favors, though. I don't have the speed right now to close. Let's see, like when we were in that 1 kilometer radius, that was kind of the sweet spot, I think, for us doing a lot of damage to the Fulminate. We're not quite doing as well now. Getting a lot of our shots blocked as well from their armor now. Ooh, nice. An ammo detonation, fire, and flooding. That might do it. At least 2 more compartments are flooded. I think we probably need at least 1 more. Probably, yeah. It's about to make a pull. Alright. Partial pen, fire. Our structure damage is horrible. What's my max speed right now? Just shy of 6 knots. What's his max speed? Well, he's making 9 knots. So if he's trying to open the range, should have been using our smoke. Although I think it makes me less accurate too. He's faster than me, so I can't really close the range. Barring a lucky shot, I think he's going to escape. Granted, we might survive too, but right now I would say they took more damage just because of the float damage, but yeah, I can't close with them. I'm too slow. My bulkheads are maxed. Maximum bulkhead spacious quarters. The enemy can see you sometimes further out than you can, depending on like towers and stuff. We brutalized each other and then we disengaged. Yep. The ammo brewed up. Okay. I would think it's a well, I guess it's a draw. It claims they're in better shape than we are, but the flood damage was bad. Come at me, bro. Yeah, I would have cleaned them up if it wasn't for our torpedo. But, you know, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Draw. Your intervention had no effect on peace negotiations. Are we still overrunning them in Sicily? At least maybe we'll get more territory. France, if they get the whole of Italy, that's going to suck. If we ever have to deal with them. Yeah, so we are overrunning them handily. It'll take a little bit of time, but France's drive is also overrunning the Italians. I am not going to fight that. AI can do that. See what they do. Yeah, so I mean, the AI kind of sucks. The auto resolve is just, I think that's broken because like that many torpedo, I guess there's 3 sails. They might have attacked me. I just don't like playing with AI designs. The Italians have another battleship? Really? They built another one? They completed it? We've got the Conception and the armored cruiser Santa Maria Gracia. All right, let's fight this one. Thank you very much for the sub, Cliche. Appreciate the support. 5 months now. All right, you guys join in one battle line. And go to the east, my lads. Go to the east. Where the hell's the cruiser? Where's the other? Oh, it's over here. Let's send it to the bottom. Their battleship is twice my tonnage. They might actually have an advantage here. Our crew is green on one of our ships. I really don't understand the crew training mechanics, to be honest. Like, it seems inconsistent, to say the least. This is not the Neuhauser class. This is our old class, I think. Where do I go to see the class? Like, the Conception, I know it was around before the Neuhauser class was designed. And the turrets as well. They got 12.4-inch guns and a whole bunch of secondaries. Like 6-inchers, too. Oh, boy. They are definitely doing better than we are. We're getting some fires started. I'm a little worried about getting the cruiser in closer, Hauser, just because they've got so many secondaries on this design. I think they would eat us up. And the conception sinks. Great. Well, this is not going to be a good fight. If I had torpedoes... Yeah, they're going to sink us both. Conception did not do very well. It is the starting battleship design that we built, so... Yeah, I didn't quite see what all happened, but it definitely ripped through my hull. So we lost for superstructure damage. I have no torps on either of these designs. And he actually... Oh, I don't think he does, but... It wasn't a magazine detonation either, which was kind of interesting. Switch to HE. We've got a crew training advantage here, so like in theory we could be okay, but our tower's been destroyed, which probably will hurt our accuracy too much. And a fire. And another fire. I mean, we're going to lose. But I don't have the speed. I don't even know. Well, I might have the speed to run. Let's just pray something lucky happens. Nope. Oh, God. This Italian design is decent. It's certainly better than my early war designs. Our early war tech is officially outclassed. This is going to be the first time since probably the first war against the US where we got just trounced. Or it wasn't even close. The pizzas have improved. Legendary? I don't know. I haven't... You mean like difficulty? I didn't change anything with difficulty, so it's whatever that would be. It's too bad the Italians won't exist in a few years. Yeah, like literally they already lost all their colonies and their homeland is being overrun and they don't want to negotiate. So they're going to all be speaking French with the exception of the few lucky ones who live in Sardinia or Sicily who will be speaking Spanish. Okay. Structural damage. Well, that was not a good fight. Oops. I don't know how the peace works when you have allies. It hasn't gotten to the point where I have any choice on what we demand. That BB seemed much more accurate, yeah. What's the total victory score? I mean, we're still winning considerably. The Italians are at 16,000, we're at 88,000. I don't know how any other allied stuff factors into that though. Like I don't know if France taking provinces matters or any of that stuff. France signed a peace treaty with Italy. Okay, so I guess maybe France was the head of the alliance? The British has signed a peace treaty with the United States. So I guess we're going to have peace with them too. All right, so the war is over. I don't want their damn ships. I want their provinces, but it won't let me take their provinces. Really? So we're going to have half of Sicily. Great. Maybe we want that battleship. That was a decent battleship, right? Give me your battleships. All right. So we get no provinces, but we do get 2 battleships. Didn't it say the British signed a peace with the U.S.? Are we still at war with the U.S. just by ourselves? We're still at war with Japan. Maybe some of the war stuff just hasn't updated. We're not at war with Italy. We are still at war with the U.S., it looks like. The British are not at war with the U.S. Did they take anything from the U.S.? It doesn't look like it. As far as I can tell. Wait, why does the U.S. Oh, that's a convoy or task force. Okay. I only saw the 2. Italy doesn't have any battleships left, Hauser. 5, 8, 6. No battleships. Okay. All right, so finances. The economy still won't grow. Why won't it grow? Why is the economy shrinking? Is it the war? I don't understand. Okay. Do I get the ship design for the classes of ships that I take from them? It doesn't look like it. Okay. I don't really want to fight Japan, but it won't let me ask for peace. I definitely don't want war with Austria-Hungary, so let's just ask for peace with them. There's no territorial aspirations I have with Austria-Hungary. Also, didn't France sign a peace treaty? Why are they still invading? Maybe it's just a next turn thing. Yeah, the offensive ended. Fleet maintenance causes economic decline? Really? I mean, I know I'm losing money each turn, but all right. Peace signed with Austria-Hungary. Sure, give me your armored cruiser. And your light cruiser. I don't care. Thank you. Okay. For some reason, Italy is still blockaded by us. Not sure why. All right, so we are at war with the U.S. and Japan. That's all that's left. Japan must be allied to the U.S., and that's why they're at war, because they also have a 100 rating with them, because they won't let me negotiate with them directly. Meanwhile, Spain is, pretty good alliances here. I guess what I'll want from the U.S. is Puerto Rico, right? It's kind of frustrating that our economy keeps declining, though. It's actually still less than it was before the war, even despite the fact that we took territory. But yeah, I guess we'll send all the ships to the American theater. Maybe we can take Puerto Rico via naval invasion now, right? Peace with the U.S. is an option, but do we want peace? That's the question. But that'll be a question for another time. We managed to knock the Italians out of the war, so that's a victory. And we'll figure out how things play out in our conflict versus the rest of the world in the next episode. Until then, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you very much for watching. And until next time, I'm out.